Hey now, welcome back to another Behind the Investigation episode 12. Today we are going to be talking about the Echovox. I've gotten a lot of responses and comments on our channel about the Echovox and showing interest in the Echovox. So we're going to do a little video on the Echovox and some of the captures that we had and how to use the Echovox. So that should be an interesting thing. We're here, me, with a buddy over here.
That's me.
Brent. We got some big things going on right now, so we're going to try to keep this one a little bit under the time threshold.
You think we can keep this under 30 minutes?
Right? I don't think so.
I don't know. That's right.
We're very busy. We got some pretty big wins. I can't wait to October 16th. If anybody on here has not followed us on Facebook, I would do it now because we are planning to go live from a very awesome historic location in our area that has a lot of history from our area tied to it. Brent, would you like to elaborate a little bit on that?
Man, dude, the amount of interesting people that have lived in that home is in itself just cool. A pirate lived there, man.
Arg, a pirate.
A pirate, like a documented pirate. But that's not even the coolest thing. Mayo, dude, this guy, I'm excited to see how much information we can get from anybody there. And if you just, we've never been there. I mean, you actually gone in there once with your walkthrough, but no investigation's ever been done there. So who can, there's no way of knowing if anybody's there, if they're even going to be willing to talk. But man, just knowing how old this place is and the different people that have lived there, Mayo himself, there's a lot of mystery behind his death. And
I can tell you, the walkthrough, as soon as I walked in, I said, ooh. I looked at our escort and I said, I can see why you don't like it. He's like, I don't like to come here. I was like, I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah, well, with Mayo alone, just and from the limited information that we have, this is a guy who did a lot in his life, had a lot of accomplished quite a few things, and then his life ended in shame and just being shunned by everyone who had appreciated and loved him, and he just went into a form. Everybody hated him, and they don't know if he was murdered or committed suicide. I mean, it's like a big thing that they don't know. And I'm hoping we can get answers to that.
The thing that I like is that we were actually given from the society, we were actually given a goal.
Yeah.
So when the society gives you a goal, you have something to work towards. So yeah, that's gonna be awesome to try to get that information. And if we do, that'll be so stoked.
Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna be able to make that one.
This work. What?
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to make that investigation, but we're gonna try and.
Brent will not be there for that one, but there's gonna be something in the works. Everybody will enjoy.
We're gonna try something.
We got the old.
Yeah.
Gears are grinding up there.
The gears are working on a way.
I think it's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
So, all right. Enough of that. I'm going to do shout outs now instead of just later on in the video. I just want to say thank you to Courtney again for the night of Trinity. We were on a podcast this evening. And she shared out, she's at work, but she shared out our link of this live stream everywhere on Facebook, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You've done so much for our group. And words can't express.
Sister from another mister.
words can't express how much we appreciate the support. And I want everybody to go out and check out the Dark Water again. He's always on the channel. I want people to go out. Kevin Spirit Communications, awesome channel. I love the work that Kevin does out there. Wolf and Hound has been on nonstop. If you love abandoned stuff, abandoned exploration, these guys are good. They got some good locations down in North Carolina, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Our Latino friends in Brazil and Portugal, you know who you are. I want to say thanks to all three of you. You know who you are. I'm on your pages every day. You're on my page every day. I appreciate it. But as for that, we're going to get into this Echovox. Brent, what do you want to pull up first? So go ahead, Brent. Explain the Echovox, since you're the voice of reason. Explain the Echovox's function.
All right. So, and first, I just want to say, I know there's a lot of people that are skeptical of, just paranormal investigation in general.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems to be, even in paranormal investigation field, when it comes to phone apps, especially, there's a lot of red flags that go in people's heads. And I think that is justified. I mean, no matter what you're using, there should be some level of really, okay, let me really look into this. What's it doing? How is it working? Where are words coming from? And, what is causing the word to be produced? What could a spirit be doing to produce this word, that we hear? And so, and that goes with any device. The Echovox, I find interesting. And at first, when you brought it on, and I think I've said this before, I was that guy
I was the same way. Like back in the day, when the Echovox came out, we were working. Pasadena Paranormal Investigators was working with Scotland, Haunted Scotland, Ryan O'Neill's group over in Scotland. We were like partners back in the day. Me and Ryan would talk all the time in the evenings, and we would do collab stuff here and there, a few podcasts here and there. And it was like we were partners from across the pond. And Brian said, "Look, I have this thing that I found the other day that I want you to use." I'm like, "What is it?" "I'll get it." He's like, "It's called the Echovox." I was like, "I've never heard of it." He said, "It's an app." I said, "What?"
"A what now?"
He's like, you put it on your phone." I was like, "Huh?" Really?
Like ghost radar? Come on, man.
Like, really? He was like, "Dude, just do it. Test it out over there. Nobody's using it over there yet," which is crazy because it's created over here. Danny made it over here in Connecticut.
Yeah.
How it got over to Scotland first, I have no idea. But he said, "Just try it. Nobody's using it over there." I started using it, and it started producing right off the get with like relevant responses.
Yeah, and that's where I want to get into what you just nailed there. So let's put a pin in that one, and we'll go into answering what you just said. So the Echovox app. Things I find the most interesting about this is there's no database that it accesses. I have it on this phone here with Jax. If you watch this is coming to you.
That's yours right there, Jax.
This is yours. This is coming to you. It's got the Echovox and Scottish Paranormal app on it. So the Echovox does not have a database of words. It doesn't access any part of your phone. Jared, I know, you're showing it. I know you've mentioned in the past that, you like to have like the tablet, this phone here, it's in airplane mode. It's, the tablet there, you do an airplane mode. There's nothing from outside it to grab anyways, but it doesn't on its own. It doesn't tap into anything that you have on your phone, doesn't tap into your pictures, anything else. It doesn't even have a word base to tap into. It does have, that's not true. It does have some kind of phonemes that it cycles, like, little bits and pieces.
Word banks.
A word, yeah.
Chopped up, scattered, and played.
And played. And you can manipulate those in speed. You can turn them off. Actually, one thing we'll get into in a minute. There's a part that
you have the 6 channels. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can,
actually that's Echovox 3, right?
Yeah, you can adjust. Now, if you can hear me echoing because that's the echo. That is what the device is supposed to do. That's where your real-time communication. The echo grabs the EVP and throws it back out to the speaker.
Right, exactly. This one has the Echovox 2 on it, so it only has 4 bank.
Yeah,
4 banks.
Echovox 2, the classic, is an awesome device.
Oh yeah, it's great. But so you have that, and then you have the echo. So what you say, it's said externally. What the word banks is chopping up and spitting out, and you can change the speed. All that comes out of the speaker, gets filtered back into, not filtered, but picked up by the microphone, and it just starts looping it. So it's actually writing it to a storage spot. The app sets up a storage clump on your phone, and it writes to that as it's working, and it's recording it, so you can actually play it back and listen to what you've done. And so through that cycle, it should just be garble, and most of the time it is just that. You can't pick up. You can hear if you turn the echo up loud enough, you can hear when you say echo, it'll just go echo, 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 and you can hear
right
that.
Now. Echo.
I can't hear it.
Echo. See, I have mine set the point. You can also set up your echo delay.
Yeah, and you have a delay on.
Waits to throw it back out into the atmosphere. I like to put a nice little delay on it.
Yeah, I do the same thing. So you have this, and then as it's going through, it just naturally starts chopping up. So when you say echo, you may hear it echo a couple times,
and then
but your echo ends up turning into it just because it's constantly filtering all this, and it's just everything's getting mixed up in a continuous cycle.
Random chatter.
It is random chatter. So when you get words that are coming through, to me, it's just a moment of wait, what was that? What that actually sounded like a word. Now, with anything, I always like to say, if you're looking to hear something, you can hear something. You can, but that's where we do our due diligence and really think about what we're asking, what we know about the location, who's and where's, and the history, and take what we're hearing, what we know, and what we've asked, and does it all actually, is it cohesive? Is it coherent? Does it make sense to what should be from the area, and is it logic to what you said or what you asked? So as you start stacking these things up, that's what we've encountered. We've 100% encountered a lot of that is legit. When we have ones where it's talking,
hat is thrown.
Yeah, dude, that one floored
me. What you sent me that, I went, what?
Yeah, dude.
Say? And if you watch, if it ever comes out again, if you watch my response, me and Ed's response to the hymns being sung through the echo, I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah, and that's the first time any of us had ever heard.
Oh yeah, that's
singing like coming through. There was no singing. This is another. That's such another amazing part of it. This isn't. It's an echo loop, but the whole real purpose of this is to take sound out of a speaker, bring it back into a microphone, and then play it back out of the speaker. It's naturally going to create a echo loop. it breaks down what your phone typically does. Your phone is designed to not do this, so you don't end up getting this audio loop in your ear when you're trying to talk to somebody. It stops that feature through the app and allows it to make this loop. And the purpose of it is to catch live EVPs, so you can hear them almost real time.
Yep.
So when you hear something like a little girl in a little girl's voice saying yes to a question, happened right before that, or a little bit before that, what you're talking about. And then you also hear singing coming through. Well, there was no one singing.
When you hear a little girl say yes through the echo, that actually echoes.
Yeah.
Like it went, yes, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. And then the singing was the same way. And it's, one could argue, well, yes could be, yes is a simple word, and maybe this could, you could argue that, fair. This is where it comes down to experience with a device and continue over a long period of time to understanding what it does, when it does, how it does, and knowing, you get used to, this is a standard sound from this bank, this audio bank, and that is not a sound that has ever come through before. Singing is one that had never come through before, and nobody was singing to produce that in an echo. So
it was in the echo. So basically, it was EVP.
Yeah. So it was. Yeah.
So
let's
go ahead and
play one.
Let's pull some clips up. What are we going to do?
All right.
What do you got? What do you got for us?
All right. So here we go. This to me is the one that first really grabbed me. Jed, I think this is one of the first ones that really hit you. Is this is a legit working device?
One of them.
Yeah. One of the first ones, you mean? One of the first
one of the first ones.
Yeah. To me, this is the one that really hit me the most with this. And this is a Benson Hammond house. Was this in a ghost tour?
It was at a ghost tour. It was at a public tour.
Yeah, public tour. I don't even know if anybody was upstairs at the time. There may have been.
I think it was static.
We had it running.
Yep.
Do what?
I think it was static.
Yeah. So no one's in this room, but this is with a camera that caught it. And I think it was in the opposite room. I can't remember, but you guys will hear what it says. And the pertinence of it is not just what's being said, but the name and who it's directed at just floors me, because we know the history of the
EVPs with this same phrase, basically,
that are basically saying the same thing about the same person. And
I don't agree with fully. I've always thought me and Basil got along pretty good.
Agreed. So, but clearly there was some contention, and the fact that someone's name from history in this home that is documented was called out.
Yep.
Here we go. Let's just play.
Let's play.
I mean, dude, that is so clear, and like there's nothing else going on in that at all.
Nothing.
It's just clear, those words bouncing out, clear as day, coming through,
and
I think everybody can hear them. And you notice no one's up there talking. If you hear them right there talking, it's not like someone was just bouncing out the echo.
Little history lesson: Basil, or Basil, we call him either, Benson, was the brother of Joseph Benson. He did not live in the house, so maybe that is the reason why they don't want that dick Basil with them.
So clearly some contention, but but that device helped build an understanding of what was going on behind the veil in this home. it helped to stack up more information that we were able to build on.
Yeah.
And continue to communicate with and try and figure out what's going on. And to
I
this
just
day,
want to
going
let
back
folks know that I have had the Echovox running this whole time, and it hasn't said anything.
to no one's in there communicating with you.
Nobody
prayers
communicates because
we do, they're not allowed to come home with you.
because nobody's here.
Yeah,
They're not allowed in. So
they're not allowed in. So
right.
yeah, so it's just it's an interesting facet. There's another thing I wanted to get into with it, and I haven't figured this out. There's a kind of tutorial for dummies on the Echovox. I think it was from the dude who made it, isn't it?
Danny
I
has
think it's Danny.
If anybody needs any information on Echovox, go to Big Beard Studios YouTube channel.
Yep.
Danny Roberge is the creator. He stepped away from the paranormal field, but there's still videos on the channel for how to use the Echovox. Danny is a good dude. I like him, and I trust his work. And that's why we use it.
And obviously, you'll get a terrific, better rundown on how it works and what it does from him. But one thing he says in it that I want to try and figure out, and I think it would actually tie in along the lines of what Kevin is doing. Mm-hmm. And he makes a comment in the tutorial that word bank, that it's the kind of phoneme bank that it's cycling through, that you can actually change that out to do what?
Kevin spirit communication.
Yeah. So Kevin the thing about it that Kevin does that I would like to tie in to the Echovox, and that tie-in comes from something Danny said about the Echovox. Mm-hmm. And what he said was that kind of phoneme word bank that's getting chopped up or spun around, that you can actually change that out with different sounds, like even running water, dripping water, static, stuff like that. That would be an excellent way to continue testing this device.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I definitely want to find out that he said it's possible in that video. So I want to see if we can figure out how to do it. That was something that I kind of
tech guy Brent.
Gonna figure that out.
I'll get the locations. You do the tech shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out, and we're gonna test it out because I think it'd be cool, and especially when you see stuff that Kevin's doing. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I wonder if this is a way to kind of meld.
Oh yeah,
and these two things and make it more of a real time. So you know what, Kevin, if you're watching this, I'm probably gonna hit you up, bro, and do some discussions about it and see what we can
definitely
help me make it work.
Kevin would be the guy to go to, I would think, because
no doubt. So
work.
Yeah, he's amazing. I love it. I love his stuff, and he is just constantly building more and more, and he doesn't stop trying to find better and better ways.
If you're watching, you need to find a way to get out to Maryland in January.
Yes,
I'll buy your free ticket,
and I will come up as well. Yeah, I plan on being up that way anyways. That time of day. So
Trinity, if you can get into Maryland in January, I will buy 3 tickets. All right, let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, that'd be awesome. So, it's that simple though. You know, it really is that simple. You set your own speeds up. You set up your word bank. Oh, here you go. So let's talk about A and B. You like B bank?
I love B bank. I freaking love B bank. Wait to. I don't want to spoil anything, but wait till you see this video from freaking Rose Farm. It is amazing.
All right, so
it's the best ITC session. It is the best ITC session from a Civil War battlefield yet.
And I just want to know, do you give the credit to the B bank? Do you think it would have not have been as good with the A bank?
I think it's the switch. I think it's the randomness. They find it. easier to communicate when we change things up and we're switching it up. But B Bank, dude, we got Gettysburg.
Yeah, well, there you go. So, but I mean, I still the the scientific side of my brain wants to say you really can't say this is better without having the same action over here, doing the same thing,
Mhm.
and you can't say, all right, go say Gettysburg, thank you, or you can, but there's no guarantee they'll say Gettysburg, and then I'll say it, and then they'll say Gettysburg on this one. You can say, yeah, this one sounds better. I mean, that would be more scientific, right?
I definitely live in A and B, and I like to switch off. And I'm kicking myself in the ass that we did not switch off on the 25th.
Mm. Mm.
Again, going back to the pure excitement of having the fucking team back together again.
Yeah.
But having the team back together fully. We'll learn from our mistakes.
Yeah, things are just gonna get better. Though. I mean, like we'll be more calm and all. I agree. I like A Bank. I think we all have different, it's just like taste. Some people like to, spicy. Some people like sweet. Um, the way A Bank plays with my ear, I feel I can hear it better. Where B Bank has that more electric tone, and
A tends to be clearer, and B tends to be electronic.
Yeah, more electronic. And my ear just—it's not that I can't hear it, but I think my brain fights it more, and or I have to strain more to try and make something out. I have heard things in B Bank that I was like, wow, that was pretty cool, and I definitely heard it. And I know Danny, the who created this, he likes B Bank. He's made the statement that he he gets most of his best work out of B Bank. As a matter of fact, he said that A Bank was more of a throw together real fast. He hadn't learned as much about it when he did A Bank, and then he added stuff that he thought would work better and created B Bank. So
with the update that came a few months ago, A Bank was updated. So I spoke
that was
with
for
Danny.
That was for 3.0.
Yep. I spoke
3.
with Danny the day after he fixed the bug. I spoke with him 3-4 times through Facebook that day, just chatting back and forth, checking in how he's doing and everything. But that was the major update with A Bank. So.
Yeah. And I will say, just because you use the Echovox doesn't mean you're going to get something.
Oh, yeah.
It tends to work. I mean, I don't know. It tends to work for us. That doesn't mean it's going to work in every location. We may go to this next one.
And, just like I
nothing
told you
happened
before. Like, I'd love to start implementing some of the techniques that you use, but we just don't have the time to work on them. If we go into a location, we got 6 hours tops to get the information that we need. We have to use the things that we know produces.
And I tell you what, having a place like Benson Hammond House and Von Paris is really the key to us understanding and learning these devices better, because it's not just going to location A, B, C, D, E, F, G and trying something every time. We were able to go to the same place multiple times within short periods of time and implement these devices.
I think we went to Von Paris like 3 weekends in a row one time.
We did, yeah,
and spent literally from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it was
things out,
we were coming home with the sun coming up, like, man, I'm tired.
Dude, we got to make sure that this damn Obulus is fucking working right.
Yeah,
we got to make sure that this thing's saying things that it's supposed to be saying.
Right, and I mean, this is where you find things like, okay, messing with the speed of the audio banks and your delays, and trying to see where the sweet spot is that you typically find works. And I don't think we should be saying, hey, this is exactly how we set it up, so set it up like this and go use.
You got to find what works for you.
You need to go. Yeah, you need to set it up.
You need to play around.
See what's working in wherever you're going to be.
Sometimes our number one isn't working the way it is. I have presets on my Echovox. I have 10 of them actually. That when one isn't working, I'll cycle through. We got to find the one that is working for that location at that time.
Yeah.
So you have to work to get the proper path of what they want that night.
Yep. What they're
It's
willing
not a
to work
magic
with.
tool. It's not a magic tool. You still have to put the work in.
Yeah.
To set it up, because there's so many ways to set the device up.
Yeah, and you're not
So
trying
many.
to set it up so that you're guaranteeing something comes out. You're trying to set it up so that they are actually something's communicating with you.
My suggestion is to try starting off slow with no reverb. If you're working with the 3.0, do not put the reverb in, because there is 9. If you look at the reverb settings on this device, there are 9 wheels that you need to play with to pick the perfect one that is working for you. You don't have to use it.
Dax, you do not have to worry about that. The 2 does not have.
Not yet. Not yet. Echovox 2.0 did not have that. So you don't have to worry about that. But on 3.0, start off slow, leave the reverb out until you're familiar with the device, and then you can start adding in the reverb slowly. But
And I will say,
I wholeheartedly agree or think that the reason we caught those hymns being sung through the echo was the reverb.
The reverb?
Yep.
So, I will say,
got it.
The other part is, this is not, and I know there's a lot of clips, and probably will be a lot of stuff and documentaries to come where we have evidence presented using the Echovox.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean it's the only thing we use that. And there's something else going on that's backing it up, whether it's maybe the Sky's Paranormal app, maybe we'll have an Ovilus in play eventually again. But we did in the past. You have the Ovilus and the Echovox, using them both, getting answers through both, confirming type answers or names or attitudes. And, so you can compare, you can see how they're both working at what levels and working together and just confirming what you're hearing. And then on top of that, or like even like, something simple like the flashlights, and just have other things stacked up around that are to be manipulated by the spirits to build this up. You capture EVPs at the same time, that you're catching on review.
Times where we're using Echovox and that same thing came out on the recorder.
Yeah, like not saying that the recorder recorded it, because obviously it did, but a phrase or something that was not on when the Echovox was on
the recorder.
Actually was said by someone that was not on party, that was clearly an EVP. And that's what I'm talking about. So you start stacking all these things up, and that's what we do in our reviews, at least. That's what I would suggest is stack things up. Don't just take the Echovox out.
Try to stack, the evidence.
Right. Don't just say, okay, Echovox is what I got. I'm using it, and that's all I'm trusting and relying on. You could, but I would just think it's a better way to go to try and build, just better means of evidence.
But
have more things. But the Echovox,
it is my go-to for IT stuff. I can't lie.
Yeah.
But let's pull up another clip of the Echovox validity.
Yeah. All right. So I got one we're gonna play. Yep. All right. Let me pull this up.
Pick it.
Yeah. Here's one I want to pull up. I like this one a lot. This is from
Laura.
Yeah.
Who I contacted this week. They're interested.
I knew they would be. That's great. This is a good plot. Good spot. All right. And definitely some stuff to go back. We got some stuff from here previously that's like, all right.
Definitely hit on this one.
Yep, big time. All right, let's see what we got here.
Up on our alley.
Yep.
Somebody's stop walking. Somebody's talking. Quiet, stop walking. Somebody's talking. Be quiet, stop walking. Somebody's talking. Quiet, stop walking. Somebody's talking.
Why?
Now, hold on, Brent. Hold on. Pause it. Go back to that here. This was not in the Echo. This was not in the Echovox. This was
Which part?
This
here.
right here. This
Yeah.
was an EVP right after we are. Listen to this EVP. This was not picked up by the Echovox.
All right, here we go.
Did you
Hold on, let me back up a little bit.
It's not in the Echo.
And we actually get that quite a bit at Benson Hammond in the documentary. There's a part where it says, where the voice is coming through the Echo Box, and it says, I believe they are, and it goes, Basil Benson's men. And then it goes, and you hear the men, the second men is not in the Echo. It's actually an EVP on the audio of the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of like what you were saying earlier, like, you know, we do catch EVPs of that kind of layered EVP with what's being here. And those are things that you know, if we didn't have this camera running, you wouldn't get that kind of layered evidence, the backing up what you're hearing on here. I'm gonna let this keep playing. I have a few more comments.
You're here.
Back it up a bit.
You're here because you're either stuck here or you're happy here. Which one is it? Are you happy here or are you stuck here? Which one? Are you stuck?
Here it comes. The grand finale.
Who's stuck? Tell me your name. Did you hear that?
All right. So I do have a couple comments to make about this. I like coming at things from both angles. I like to consider all things here from the what it could be, technology wise, how it's working to, is this something paranormal? So I just want to note, you know, when you're saying the word stuck, are you stuck here? We know it's an echo. So yes, the word stuck can come back through, but it's not like it hears you say stuck and then turns it into a different voice.
Yeah.
All right. I want to make sure you know that. So when you hear Jared say echo, it's going to come back in his voice. Echo.
Echo.
I actually can't hear it on yours.
Echo.
They can.
Echo.
Just like a normal echo when have you ever yelled an echo? You know.
Echo.
So
it's in my voice.
Right. So keep that in mind. These are things I want to just make sure we're being clear on. There's another interesting thing that happens with the Echovox, and Jared touched on it, is there's a delay you set. So it's how it's cycling that, you know, it's having it, remember I said it stores it, and then it's spitting it back out. It's playing it, what it recorded. So there's a delay in that. And you can set a 0, 3, 5, 10 seconds, something like that.
It goes all the way up. That goes pretty far.
Oh, I think this one goes to 10 seconds, but okay. Anyways, there's an interesting thing that happens in the end of that clip. And I know Jared's saying stuck numerous times, but the fact that it's not Jared's voice that's coming back through, but if notice that pause. So this is an interesting one. So compared to the first clip we played, where I believe the Echovox was in another room.
Yep.
you didn't hear all the cycling.
Mhm.
You just heard the clear loud words coming through that were made up. We don't want that Dick Basil here
Mhm.
or with us. Yeah, very compelling. This one, you're hearing a lot of chatter, and it makes it difficult to nail down, okay, what's the sentence trying to be made? But at the end of that clip, this is what I find so interesting is that
All the chatter.
it drops.
Stop.
It like, and like you can almost feel it about to talk. And then all this,
You can see me pointing. You can see me pointing at the Echovox because I know what is getting ready to be said. I feel exactly what is going to be said, and I'm pointing it like it is going to say we are all stuck in here.
And regardless, I mean, even from this side of the screen watching it, this one I think shows that understanding where it's doing this, and then it goes, and then it boom, like you just hear them come out. We are all.
But that was also in the same voice.
Yeah, exactly. And it was boom, boom, boom.
We
boom.
are all stuck in here.
Yeah, dude. And I mean, so I mean, I can see why people are skeptical just because it's an app.
Mm-hmm.
But again, when you're asking questions, you're getting intelligent answers back. And, you know, I tell you what, and I guarantee we're going to have this. I'm almost 100% confident. Obviously, I can't say 100%, but I'm almost 100% confident we have German answers coming back to us.
Just like on the
response.
podcast, I was just on with Ryan. Ryan was telling me that he was getting Scottish accents out of this thing over there. If you go to Haunted Scotland's YouTube channel and see some of their older Echovox stuff, the damn thing has Scottish accent. It doesn't have Scottish accents in it.
Yeah, so I mean, exactly. So like the phonemes that are being played, there's no accents in them.
Exactly.
Obviously, their accents and their words are going to be there, but that's just going to be in their voices.
Crazy.
No, everything gets chopped up. All right, so I'm not don't want to hide that fact. So you saying, flour over time does get chopped up.
Yeah.
But accent gets chopped up there a little bit too. I mean, yeah, there's still some things there, but when you have a completely foreign language, so when we're speaking in English and you're getting German in reply, and what, how? Yeah, it's not pulling it from any database. It's being said somehow.
Pulling it from
from some other form of
somewhere
something
out here.
saying something. Yeah.
So
I'm going to say, I don't think anybody, there's a billion theories you could say. I don't think anybody understands how the spirit communicating. It doesn't even say in a word. Yes, you have theories. The thing is, no one knows exactly what they're seeing, how they're communicating. You were asked, hey, how are they turning on the flashlight? I know. I can theorize.
I mean, I can theorize.
And I think,
electricity runs in a circle. We
Right.
don't have a complete circle. You have EMF. You put finger on thing, complete circle, light comes on.
This is a field that wants to be scientific, right? We want to be scientific about this, but the scientific method requires that we have baselines and comparisons to work off of.
And
Unfortunately, we can't. There's nothing we can do about that. No one has a complete picture of what's going on. We have different, experiences. We have different devices that we're getting things out of. I think honestly, EVPs are the most common and like most pure, if you want to use the word proof or evidence of, spirits communicating, because the lack of explanation. And I know there's people that can, come up with something Oh no, an EVP is just this. It's just, radio frequency coming in, or it was just something playing in the background that they didn't know about. I'm gonna call bullshit on it because we've captured 1 million, and I know for the fact that there was nothing around that would have got anything like that, and in foreign languages that we can translate multiple times,
to actual words,
to actual words that hit on personal effects, dude. Probably one of the best ones I'll never forget. And it didn't even happen to me. It happened to you in Benson Hammond House. When you went down the steps, you were getting, I don't even remember, a flashlight or some battery at the bottom of the steps, and you felt something come up on you. And of course, you went, oh, dude, something just ran up on me. And I was like, bring it on up here. And you were like, come with me, and that was in real time. That was the event. When I went back and played the recorder back, you hear that play out, and this woman's voice comes, you just hear it clear as day, go, did you see him? Dude, the hairs on the back of my neck stood up.
Say your mind, Jared, please.
Yeah, say your mind, Jared, please. That freaked me out. I'm like, dude, what are we dealing with? You got a heartthrob coming at you.
You ain't. I'm not yours. I'm not yours. You get back, Satan.
Oh my god.
All right, so we're gonna play one more before we get off. Again, we suggest people to get this baby right here and test it out.
Test it.
Just test it. It's well worth the $19.99 that you will pay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to get a new spirit box, it's going to be $109 to $200. Why do that when you can get this?
And I mean, just saying that, I think if you're going to be serious about this field, if you really want to be serious about getting into this field, and you've made all the thoughts and understanding and protecting yourself, and you know what comes with it potentially, then be serious about it and go ahead and commit some finances to it and get a few things. Don't just get the cheapest thing you can afford. I mean, if that's all you can do at the time, cool. But work to building up other things to put into. You can get a digital recorder for next to nothing on eBay these days. I mean, on Amazon, just have that to back up.
Yep.
What you're doing, but have something else. Don't just use it as a solo. Stack up different techniques.
Always talk about stacking evidence, stacking occurrences.
Yeah. So, all right. You said you want to get into a clip?
Yeah, let's get into one more before we go tonight. I've had a long night in the paranormal office this evening.
I know you have. All right. Let me share the screen. All right. Ready?
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So let's get another Benson Hammond one. This one's good. Nice long sentence being said. So these are the ones I like most. When obviously it's not just one word. You're getting a message, and that's what
you're
this
getting
is.
an entire message, and this one
Convey a message.
This
is the one that they think.
This is very prominent.
Are you afraid to cross over?
Very prominent at the beginning.
Are you able to
makes
cross
an
over?
appearance.
Yeah.
Nothing. Nothing going
Are
on.
you aware of heaven and hell?
Trying to figure out how to say the words, I think.
Side of this home?
other spiritual beings?
Gold.
Oh man.
So there's another one. You got some stuff in the beginning, 100% clear, direct to the conversation that Ben and Brent were having with the spirits. Then you have a bunch of chatter where they're trying to figure out how to use the device again.
And that's speculation. I mean, it's definitely, let's be clear, it's speculation. Are they trying to figure it out? We don't know what's going on. Either they're trying to figure it out. For all we know, someone's there like, stop talking to them. We don't know. But
over multiple sweeps, beginning and very, very somber, if you ask me.
yeah. Interesting thing is, and this is where it comes to if you get into a place multiple times, when you're able to stack up things like that, taking these phrases, and I'll admit, early on, it was just holy crap, we just got something talking to it, and it's easy to overlook the what are they trying to say, what are they feeling, what is actually going on here. If they're producing thoughts into language, then they're obviously having thoughts, and there's probably feelings, and we can take what we had from the past and apply it to the present with current investigations and say, still getting very similar things. And it actually draws out. Yeah. And it draws out more of a thought process on what they're going through. And if you're looking to actually help somebody, then, this is a potential way to do it. Eli asked you a question on the podcast you were doing. Do you just do this for the history, or do you like to do it just for the thrill? I would definitely suggest, you could use this for thrills if you wanted to, but all this should be used as tools to learn and grow this field, and take it seriously. So, I mean, if you don't believe in it,
help. Document and help. And help means help on both sides of the veil.
Yeah, help the field, help everybody on this side.
Help the client.
If you can help someone help the client.
And help somebody on that side if you can.
If you can. And before you go doing that, make sure you understand your limitations in helping. But you may end up doing more harm to you or a resident or or anything else than good. So, but
we'll be going back. We'll be going back there. It is a must to go back.
Indeed. So the Echovox, it has I'm a skeptic every single time with every single device, and I'm not turned into a believer and a supporter overnight. The flashlight thing was really cool. The last investigation we did, and I was a zero believer. I'm about a 30-45% believer now. I've seen some stuff that made me go, what?
Hold on.
I don't exactly see how that could have just been a random coincidence. So,
yep. All right, y'all. Well, I hope you enjoyed this one. Remember, if you have any questions about the Echovox, comment below, and me and Brent will definitely get back to you about the function. Again, I do want to send another shout out to Courtney and Trinity Paranormal Investigations out of Long Island. That was cool tonight. What you've done for us again is amazing. Kevin, we gave you a bunch of plugs tonight, buddy, so you better be putting out some cool videos. Like I said, I think your channel's cool.
I do too, and I was not kidding when I said I'm gonna hit you up because I have thoughts about for this Echovox. I'm gonna try and merge these two means.
He said something this week like, "Well, thanks for the shout out, but nobody thinks my channel's cool." I was like, "I think it's cool," and guess what? I'm not lame,
I'm not lame.
I'm not
I'm
lame,
not
Kevin.
conceited.
I'm pretty
convinced.
cool. I mean, look at me, right? I mean, I think this thing's cool.
Look at these guns.
So, yeah, Kevin, go check him out if you're into ITC, Darkwater, Shane and Kelly, Wolf and Hound, all these people. I'd love to eventually work with you in the future. Hound, we need to go to that one house that we were talking about the other day, that abandoned joint. Brent's not that far away. He's in South Carolina. So.
That's true. Hey, I'm a next door neighbor.
Yep. So we're going to end this one tonight. I've been down in the paranormal office since 6:50 this evening. It is now 10:30.
Yeah, 10:30.
It's been a long paranormal night for me. So for me,
And me, Brent.
I wish you would do, and I will not let you walk in that darkness alone. All right, y'all. Have a good one.